Charlie said, the first thing you need to understand is why most people fail in life. Most people are not dumb. Most people are not incapable. They are distracted. They are unfocused, and they are waiting for permission to live. They wait for the world to hand them a plan, a path, or a promise. But I'm here to tell you something very simple. The world doesn't give permission. The world doesn't hand out success. The world gives nothing. Everything you want, everything you dream of, everything you hope for, requires one thing: action, responsibility, and the courage to own your life. Charlie said, I'm not talking about luck. I'm not talking about chance. I'm talking about a mindset, a choice, and a daily habit. The moment you accept responsibility for your life, you become unstoppable. You stop blaming the economy, you stop blaming the people around you, and you stop blaming yourself for your past. Because the truth is this: the past is gone, the future is unwritten, and the present is your battlefield. Your present is your opportunity to prove that you can do more, be more, and achieve more. Charlie said, today, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to push you to see your life differently. I'm going to show you why some people rise to the top while others stay stuck. And I promise you this: if you take even one of these lessons seriously, it can change your trajectory forever. The question is simple: are you ready to own your life? Lesson 1. Take full responsibility. Charlie said, worry, the first step toward extraordinary success is responsibility. Full, complete, unshakable responsibility. I don't mean partially, I mean all in. Because here's the truth: the 2% of people who succeed, those who create massive impact, they don't wait. They don't complain. They don't sit around hoping the world will notice them. They take responsibility for every single aspect of their lives, Charlie said. Most people blame others for their failures. They say, if only I had this, or if only my teacher did that, or if only my parents gave me more. That's nonsense. You are responsible for you. Period. You have power over your actions, your decisions, and your reactions. Own it. That's the starting point. Charlie said, here's what responsibility looks like in action. It's waking up and asking yourself, what can I do today that my future self will thank me for? It's taking ownership of your mistakes instead of hiding them. It's showing up when no one is watching. It's doing the work even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient. Responsibility is not a burden, it's freedom. Because the moment you accept it, you are no longer a victim. You are a creator. Charlie said, people think responsibility is scary. They think it's heavy. But the truth is, responsibility is power. You can change your career, your health, your relationships, your mindset, everything by taking responsibility. You don't need permission, you don't need approval, and you don't need a perfect plan. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Start by saying, I will own my life, no excuses. Charlie said, practical steps? Write down everything you are avoiding, every area of your life where you've been making excuses. Then pick one thing, one small action, and do it today. That's how responsibility builds momentum. That's how winners are made. Lesson 2, pursue excellence relentlessly. Charlie said, responsibility is the first step, but excellence is the road to greatness. And let me tell you something very clearly. Excellence is not an accident. Excellence is a habit, a ritual, and a standard you refuse to compromise. The people who rise to the top don't settle. They don't coast. They don't do the minimum and hope for the maximum. They do everything with intensity, precision, and purpose. Charlie said, I've seen it over and over again. The 2% who succeed aren't smarter. They aren't more talented. They are relentless. They show up every day, even when they don't feel like it. They practice, they refine, and they perfect. Excellence is consistent effort applied over time. Not once, not twice. Every day, Charlie said, excellence looks like the student who studies when everyone else is playing video games. Excellence looks like the employee who goes the extra mile when others quit at 5 o'clock. Excellence looks like the entrepreneur who experiments, fails, learns, and tries again until they succeed. Excellence is about refusing to accept mediocrity in your life, your work, and your vision. Charlie said, here's the practical part. Choose one area of your life where you want to dominate. Commit to being better, smarter, faster, stronger than you were yesterday. Track your progress, measure your habits, celebrate small wins, and remember, excellence isn't about showing off to anyone else. It's about creating a standard for yourself that others can't ignore. Charlie said, "You can't wait for inspiration. You can't wait for motivation. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline and commitment create excellence. Make excellence your baseline, not your goal. And when you do, people will start to notice. Doors will start to open. Opportunities will start to arrive. But it all begins with the choice. I will not settle. I will be excellent." Lesson 3. Embrace challenges and failures. Charlie said, "Here's the reality about life. It will knock you down. It will test you. It will challenge you in ways you never expected. And here's the difference between winners and losers. Winners see challenges as opportunities, while losers see them as obstacles. The 2% who succeed don't get discouraged, they get better." Charlie said, "Failure is not defeat. Failure is feedback. Every time you fail, you are learning something about yourself, your strategy, and the world around you. Every time you stumble, you are gaining insight, resilience, and perspective. But most people quit. Most people see failure and say, 'I'm done.' Winners say, 'What can I learn? How can I adjust? How can I grow?' Charlie said, "Challenges test your commitment. They show you whether you are serious or just pretending. They reveal your character. When life hits you with a problem, a setback, or a disappointment, don't run, don't hide. Face it, analyze it, solve it, overcome it. That's how strength is built. That's how greatness is forged," Charlie said. Practical tip: every challenge you face, write down 3 lessons you can take from it. What did it teach you? How can it make you stronger? Then take action based on those lessons. That's how obstacles become stepping stones. That's how failures become victories. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. Charlie said, "Remember this. No one becomes successful without failure. No one becomes great without struggle. Embrace it, seek it, learn from it, and when you finally overcome it, the victory will be that much sweeter, and the lessons will last a lifetime." Lesson 4. Take immediate action. Charlie said, "Now, let's talk about action, because all the responsibility in the world, all the excellence, all the lessons about challenges mean nothing if you don't act. Action is what separates dreamers from doers. Action is what separates talkers from winners. You can plan, you can strategize, you can visualize, but if you don't act, nothing happens." Charlie said, "The perfect moment doesn't exist. The perfect plan doesn't exist. Stop waiting, stop procrastinating, start where you are, with what you have right now. Take one step today that your future self will thank you for. Take one small action consistently, and momentum will compound. You will be shocked at what you can achieve in a month, 6 months, a year," Charlie said. "I tell people all the time, it's better to start imperfectly than to wait for perfection. Every action teaches you something. Every action moves you forward. Every action builds confidence, skill, and results. Don't overthink it. Don't hesitate. Decide today to act, and then follow through relentlessly." Charlie said, "Practical exercise. Write down one thing you've been delaying. Commit to completing it today, no excuses. Then set another task for tomorrow. Action creates results. Results build momentum. Momentum produces success. That's the chain reaction of winners. That's how ordinary people break free from mediocrity." Lesson 5. Focus on legacy and impact. Charlie said, Finally, I want to talk about legacy. Your life is measured not by what you accumulate, but by what you contribute. Your impact is your story. Your influence is your currency. Too many people live for the short term. What's easy, what's convenient, what's fun. But the 2% who succeed live for impact, for legacy, for purpose. Charlie said, "Ask yourself, when I'm gone, what will I leave behind? What will people remember me for? What difference did I make?" That's the question winners ask every day. That's the mindset that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. Focus on contribution. Focus on creating value. Focus on building something that outlasts you. Charlie said, "Legacy is not a dream, It's a discipline. It's built in the choices you make daily. It's built in the habits you practice, the people you influence, and the problems you solve. When you focus on impact, excuses disappear, distractions fade, and your energy aligns with purpose. You no longer chase approval, you chase results that matter. Charlie said, "Legacy is not a dream, it's a discipline. It's built in the choices you make daily. It's built in the habits you practice, the people you influence, and the problems you solve. When you focus on impact, excuses disappear, distractions fade, and your energy aligns with purpose. You no longer chase approval, you chase results that matter." Charlie said, "Practical tip, identify one area where you can make a meaningful difference. Mentor someone, start a project, solve a problem, contribute your time, your knowledge, your skills. That's how you build legacy. That's how you create influence. That's how you rise above mediocrity." Charlie said, "So here's the truth. Life is simple, but it's not easy. Responsibility, excellence, resilience, action, and legacy, these are your pillars. These are your tools. These are your weapons. The world doesn't owe you anything. Success doesn't owe you a chance. Opportunity doesn't wait. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is you." Charlie said, "I challenge you today, own your life. Take responsibility for your actions. Pursue excellence relentlessly. Embrace challenges and learn from failure. Act immediately, no excuses. Focus on impact and legacy. Do this and I promise you, your life will change. Not maybe, not someday, today, right now," Charlie said. "Remember, the 2% who succeed are not lucky. They are disciplined, determined, and deliberate. They take control. They act. They refuse to settle. They own their life. That's what I want for you. That's what you can achieve. But it starts with a choice. Make that choice today. Own your life. No excuses, no hesitation. Start now," Charlie said. "And when you do, everything else will follow. Doors will open. Opportunities will appear. Your confidence will grow. Your results will speak louder than words. And one day you'll look back and say, 'I did it. I owned my life. I didn't wait. I didn't quit. I made it happen.' That's the power of ownership. That's the power of action. That's the power of you."